Hi, welcome back to In the Garden. I'm here with Jordan from Grange Co-op, and today we're going to be talking about tomatoes. So Jordan, can you just tell me a little bit about this produce and people planting it in the garden this summer?
Sure. Tomatoes are definitely one of the more popular summer options that we have in the garden center. We go through thousands, and it can be a little daunting, especially for the first-time gardener when they come in and they see all these varieties, all these labels and these terms you might not be familiar with. So I thought we'd just go down, and demystify some of those and help people make a better educated choice on there. The first label that they'll probably come across is determinate versus indeterminate. So most of your garden centers, seed labels, all that stuff will have them well labeled. A determinate tomato is a shorter, stockier variety.
Okay.
Usually fruits all at once. So great for harvesting and processing for food. Indeterminates are more familiar with those on-the-vine tomatoes. They're going to be a lot taller plant, going to need a lot more support, but they're going to fruit for the entirety of the season.
Is there a difference between the regular, I guess, plumpy tomato and the little baby tomatoes?
There is.
Just a totally different plant?
And that's not a different plant, but it's different variety of tomatoes, and that's the next thing. So cherry tomatoes are those small ones that everybody loves. They're your salad tomatoes, or your fresh eating. I think I eat more cherry tomatoes snacking on my plants than I do actually harvesting them for later. Then you get your slicers. They're your mid-range ones. They're your all-purpose and probably the most variety of tomatoes you're going to find in that category. Then you get your big boys like your beef tomatoes or your beefsteaks. They're your slicers. They're your hamburger tomatoes. They're the ones that you flex on your neighbors because they got like a 5-6 pound fruit on there.
That's what I was going to ask you, which is the one you put on the burgers, but it's...
That's your beefsteaks. And sometimes you will see a tomato plant labeled as just cherry or beefsteak. There's a more variety, and so you may not know exactly what cultivar you're getting, but it's still going to grow just fine for you. Okay.
And then, so when looking at these, I think my family's tried to plant some of these before, and there's certain bugs that might affect some tomato. Is there anything to protect against certain insects that might start chewing at your plant?
On the whole, tomatoes are pretty tough plants with not a lot of pest issues. You do get those big tomato caterpillars you can pick off.
Got it. Okay.
But in general, they're pretty easy to care.
All right, well, thank you, Jordan. And if you have any more questions about tomatoes or anything we discussed today, you can head to a Grange Co-op near you to talk to an expert like Jordan, or go to our website, KDRV.com.